Jaebadiah Gardner.
Hello, Miss Besa. How you doing, man?
What's going down?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Sure. Welcome to the show.
Always good to be back. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. Look, you have been here many, many times. You've been on The Day with Shrek. You've been on the Morning Update Show. You done dropped $1,000 cash app. We might even have that clip somewhere, child.
So the grant was what, 1,000 to 12,000?
1,000 to 12,000.
Gardner Global's gonna go ahead and grant Converge Media $1,000 on the spot today.
Oh wow!
So for culture, step your game up because we doing this right now on the spot. You got Zelle, right? You got Zelle, right?
Yeah, we got Zelle.
You got Zelle, right?
we definitely got Zelle around here.
You know, like it's all about support, man. People don't understand. It's like economic support. You know, part of this wealth building process isn't just about showing up to meetings. You know what I mean? And you know, marching in the streets. We need all that, but there's a whole piece of economic support that we need to really push ourselves for. And so Gardner Global's mission is let's build wealth, man. And I know it's like $1,000 is not enough, man, but that's just what we can do right now, man.
Listen, Director Salman will tell you, we've been waiting to buy some new lights over here. We've been getting them piecemeal, a bit at a bit. So
it says you got Zelle.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna send you a stack right now, just on the good faith that Gardner Global believes in what you guys are doing at Converge Media. And we love to see Black people making these power moves, and you know that's what we do. So you know, if your phone's out, let me know.
Yeah, no, the phone is there. Believe me.
Fleek. All right, you know what I'm saying. We sent.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying. Let's see. All done. $1,000 for culture. Let's go. Let's support Black Media Matters.
This is how This is how they do it here on live TV.
On live TV.
Then, whoop, you heard the ping.
Oh, there we go.
And now you are on. Oh, you've even been on Back to Besa. Now you're on Almost a Weekend.
I mean,
cleaning
come on,
house,
let's rack
brother.
it up.
Yeah, you're cleaning house.
The first Back to Besa, I think, right?
Yeah, you were on episode 1.
The inaugural episode.
Yes.
I'll take it.
We had you in there. We had you in there. That we might need to do an update actually. We'll talk later about that. But speaking of doing updates, dude, you have so many things going on. I like to call you Mr. Buy the Block. Okay? Because he likes to buy up blocks in the best way. Last we talked, you had some amazing things going on with the land over at Mount Calvary. What is going on there for those that don't know and might have some questions?
That's my family's church. That's crazy. Heard you.
Yeah, for sure. Well, okay, let me clear the air real quick.
Clear it up.
Because there's so much misconception. Every time I hang out on 23rd and Union, I always hear a different story about someone else who owns the Joshua Center and the building next door to it. We own it. Gardner Global owns it, ladies and gentlemen. We got the deed. So just clearing the air. All right. Now that that's settled, so that means we own both sides of the street. And in regards to the church site itself, we're looking at an 8-story building, 117 units, and about 35% of those 117 units are going to be affordable units. So we're excited about that. Mixed market income housing, super amazing retail component. We're doing more of a market hall approach versus big box retail. So for a lot of you business owners who just want 80 square foot, 100 square feet, like I want to line them all up. So you're going to get that experience. So instead of just coming into the lobby and just getting the property manager in your mail room, you're going to be able to come in and hopefully see get a Boom Boona, you know what I mean, get some Seattle sorbet, and just, you know, be able to market hall approach it, right? So I'm super excited about that. And I'm excited about something that is a little novel in a building in a neighborhood, which is we're pushing for a rooftop bar cafe in the Central District.
Cuddy and I love a good rooftop moment.
That's a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's more like think of it like a bespoke kind of speakeasy at that level. So it's not going to be like a day party. It's not going to be like a Lex Scope turn up moment, but it's going to be an opportunity for people, you know, maybe before they go to communion, they get a nice cocktail on the rooftop, right? Or maybe they go see a play downtown and they're coming back to the neighborhood where they live and they want a nightcap, right? Maybe got Evan Barnes on the cello, you know, on a Tuesday or Wednesday. And so it's going to be one of those spaces, and the views are crazy. So you look at the city and like the lost views. And so I'm like, man, we got to take advantage of it, like to have that in the CD. It doesn't exist currently. So fingers crossed that the city department, the Department of Planning will grant us the ability to create that space.
So it's not just a matter of you buying the space. You have to be approved.
Yeah, so many codes and regulations.
Yeah, I mean, like just to give people an idea, like this is not easy work. Like to acquire a piece of land in Seattle is already ridiculous, right? Like we purchased the land for 3.75 million. Our total project budget is about 50 million. That has to come from somewhere. And then on top of that, yeah, there is a process that you got to go through the city office, you know, the Office of Planning and Development, where they have to approve the plan. They have to make sure everything's the code. They have to make sure life and safety and all those things, man. And that takes time, and it's also very, very expensive because you got to pay the city to review those plans, and so it's a process. So I bought the property in 2001.
You got to pay the city to do their job?
You got to pay the city to do their job.
Okay, anywho.
Yeah. So, you know, it's just one of those things where development takes time, you know what I mean? But folks should know that, you know, we're looking at actually demolishing the church in the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So that'll be a real milestone and a real sign that things are changing.
It's crazy to have this conversation because, like I said, that's my family's church. Like my uncle spoke very highly of you in the conversations of the transition of them moving into a new home and then handing the keys over to you. Because, like, as we know, the neighbors around, some people that moved into the neighborhood that weren't familiar, the acceptance of them moving in wasn't as, you know, appreciated or in a joyful manner. But what you're doing and what you've explained as far as your plans, I feel like community could very much appreciate. Like, I grew up from the South End, so it's like I didn't really grow up as much as in the city, besides going to the church, you know, when the fields used to be up there, or across the street with the gas station where we used to get our pizza sticks after church. But it's like, as I grew up, I started to spend more time in the city. And so just to see the updates and the evolvement of like the times and how the neighborhood is keeping up with that, and the additions that you're now talking about bringing it in, just, you know, more power to you, bro. And like I said, it's definitely appreciated and doesn't go under.
Appreciate you.
I feel like you're really intentional about the different pieces of land that you end up putting your name on, if you will.
Right.
Absolutely.
How are you picking these spots, and like, what is the intention that you're putting behind them?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, like everything has to line up. It's not as easy as, oh, I see a piece of land, I'm gonna go buy it, right? Like the numbers gotta line up, economically things gotta line up, the stories gotta line up, the community gotta line up. Like there's just a lot of things that I have to like evaluate before I really am gonna look at investing in that space or in that land. And you know, like for me, what's important is building Black wealth. And I would love to do it in our Black neighborhoods. I'm not gonna say used to be because I'm there, so I still feel like it's Black. And there's tons of other people that are still there that are Black.
Absolutely.
So like, for me, it's just a reclamation of like, nah, we still here. So when I'm looking at traditionally investing in land that I can create value in, whether it's apartments or affordable housing, you know, I'm evaluating like 25 different things. You know, I'm looking at job growth. I'm looking at, you know, employment numbers. I'm looking at vacancy rates. I'm looking at median incomes. I'm looking at race, demographics, psychographics, like what age, what are they doing? Is this the party group kind of tenant, or is this the master student kind of tenant, right? And so all of those things I have to evaluate before I can justify, let alone myself, but someone else who I'm, you know, leveraging investment capital to purchase, right? And so I got to be able to tell the story all the way down the line to people who've invested in Gardner Global, right? So there's a lot between the Central District, the South End, and Skyway. Those are the three neighborhoods that we're in right now. And you know, my whole goal is like there should be many other Jaebadiahs just purchasing blocks, half a blocks. You know what I mean? And that way I don't need to be on Converge as much anymore. You can just interview them.
Right.
You know, and so that's really the goal. So I'm really excited about like young London Hare. I don't know if you know London. He's an upcoming Black developer. You know, he's been learning under the school of Gardner Global, and I'm really excited to like just give him so much game to where he's gonna, you know, he's making moves, right? And so, you know, also too, we got to work together. Stop hating on each other.
That part.
You know, and because it really can hurt the community as a whole when, you know, we all doing our own separate things. That's cool. Stay in your lane. You ain't got to jump in everybody else's lane. You know what I mean? Like let Besa do Besa. You don't need to jump in front of Besa and mess up her flow. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing with real estate. It's like, we're here making moves, you know, good intentions, and also we got to get a bag, you know, so we continue that wealth building process.
Now, you still have that land in Skyway, right?
Absolutely.
What's going on with that right now?
3.5 acres. Oh my God, do you really want to know? I got dealing with squatters right now.
Oh man.
Whoa.
No man.
And well, we talk about it. We can do a whole nother episode for that. But look, we got 3.5 acres in Skyway that I purchased around in 2022. The vision is amazing. I mean, the neighborhood is rich in culture, right? It's one of the last standing neighborhoods that is crazy diverse. You walk Skyway, you see everything from Black people, Latinos, Samoans, everybody from Southeast Asia, right? And the food. And so I'm trying to create a space for people to convene, play, live, work, and create. And that currently doesn't exist there. And but you know, we steady been cleaning up the property since 2021.
Wow.
So that's the story with Skyway. There's 3.5 acres of contamination, and we're working in partnership with the Department of Ecology, who have you know, given us grant funds to continue the cleanup, because I can't build housing on a contaminated site.
Right.
And so we got a number of years before Skyway becomes a reality, but when it does, like picture the U Village except with housing and more Black and brown people.
Oh.
Come on.
That's kind of like town center vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, come on, throw a little Joey's in
Skyway
there.
But if they keep messing with me in Skyway, Anyway, next for the
Let's change to a
episode.
positive subject, okay? We got an event going down on the 31st, rooftop party.
Yes.
It is invite only. But if you've gotten the text message, and there's a lot of people that are watching the show that have gotten the text message and are going to be pulling up, tell us a little about what's going on at 31st.
Yes, July 31st, you know, I called Big O, and I was like, man, you're always giving everybody their flowers. And he's always given me an opportunity and a platform to share our story. And so I thought, what would it look like to host a moment where we can give Big O his flowers and also Marcus Green his flowers, because these people are like, they're really putting on for the city. You know what I mean? They're the voices, right? And so I always love a good rooftop vibe. And so I was like, let's do that around celebrating two of our local icons who are voices for us. And keep it chill, but it is invite only. So if you get the text, you're invited. I don't know what to say. I don't have room for the whole city. But I also, like, Big O and Marcus got to go on tour, because I sent out maybe 3 texts and then like a whole bunch of people RSVP'd in like a couple days. And that never happened. So they got something there.
I mean, you said they are icons and they're like the voice of the city. So, I mean, all they got to do is go one
I
text. And it's like,
said, when is the last time I've thrown a gathering where everyone RSVP'd the day of? You know, Black folks don't show up to like RSVP till the day of, or 3 hours before. I'm coming. People were like, I'm there 3 weeks out. I was like, oh my God, okay.
you're going to have a good crowd, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be
Gonna
dope.
Good time.
Now, really quick, before we have you get out of here, as if obviously you ain't got to leave the studio, but what is some advice that you have for up-and-coming people that want to get in real estate or are in real estate and might be bumping their heads a little bit?
Man, you know, I'm working on book 2. And there'll be some nuggets in there. There's just a lot. Like, real estate development in general is a very wide and deep industry, and I'm still learning. Like, I'm still getting beat up. Like, it is, every day is a hustle and a struggle, and if you're not built to deal with adversity every single day, this is not the space. Very entrepreneurial, right? And there's no rules to real estate development, right? It's like, if you see something that you want to purchase and you're like, hey, I want to buy that building, or I want to buy that piece of land and I want to build this building. Well, saying it is different from manifesting and creating it, and it takes years. I purchased Mount Calvary with an investment group in 2021, and I'm just now going through permits. It's 4 years, right? 4 years of everything going out of pocket. I have no renters yet. There's no cash flow. And so you got to be able to have the longevity to hang through that piece, and then on top of all of the issues. So what I would say is, you know, persistence, determination, and passion will carry you a long way. And also always be willing to learn, because there's always something around the corner.
I love
That's
it.
real.
So really quick, let everybody know where they can keep up with you, where they can get your
You
first
can't.
book.
You can't keep up with me. There's no keeping up with me. Cash up to my campaign.
Well, that too. But what is it? GardnerGlobal.com?
It is. Yeah, that's the company website. But I'm more accessible on Jaebadiah.com and on Instagram, Jaebadiah. Everything's Jaebadiah, Twitter, all the things. So if you want to reach out, feel free. I'm always here to, hear what folks got to say about our projects, and also if there's opportunities, if you see some properties or hear of properties in our neighborhoods that something might be going on, give me a call, shoot me an email or a DM, and I'll look into it, because I'm all about preserving too. So if there's an opportunity where I can come in and potentially preserve grandma's house or auntie's house, I'm all about that. Or just giving you game on how to do it. I'm here for that. So just holler at me at Jaebadiah.com.
Ain't he a good guy? With that being said, you guys, Jaebadiah, thank you so much for pulling up on us, letting us know what you have going on, letting people know to check out for their text messages in case they got the invite, because child, it is filling up quickly. I already did my RSVP.
You got mine. Come on, did mine.